Yo, what's up guys? It's Joe, or Joe Kage if you will. I want to make a quick guide on Eggs-Ercise with Falco because I want more people to get into this game. Currently on YouTube, I have the world record for Falco Eggs-Ercise on Yoshi's. It's 65. I recently posted it. Perhaps you saw it. But I want to make this video to get more people into it so this record falls. What I want to do for you guys is go over the very basics in Eggs-Ercise when it comes to moves that break eggs, basic movement strategy, and other little tactics that'll get you guys going with Falco in particular. Now, first things first, what moves actually break eggs? If we see there's a damage threshold of 12 plus damage, Falco only has a few moves that does this: down tilts, forward smash, down smash, up smash does it, and then when we get to our aerials, the down air does it there, back air does it, Nair also breaks. The rest of the moves don't. So up air will not, fair will not, your other tilts will not break the eggs, and you're going to want to keep that in mind when you're playing this game. So now that we know what moves actually break eggs, it's a really good time to go over the basic strategy of what Falco wants to do when he's playing Eggs-Ercise. And to nobody's surprise, your best move when you break eggs is going to be your down air. Down air, just broken through and through. It lasts a long time. It remains strong for a long time, and you're going to rack up a lot of doubles. And even triple, maybe even quadruple eggs in one single down air if you utilize it correctly. Back air, I would say, is your second best move when it comes to Eggs-Ercise. Better than Nair in my opinion. I find that the back air breaks eggs and breaks eggs in multiples better and more consistently than Nair does, despite the fact that the front hitbox doesn't actually break the eggs. You're going to have to aim for his back middle, or of course, the back part of the move entirely. Another reason why I think back air is a lot better than Nair is because of auto-canceling. This leads into a big point about Falco Eggs-Ercise, which is the fact that it is a game of frames. This is just for Eggs-Ercise in general. It's a game of frames. You're going to want to do things and guide your tactics to kind of go around the fact that you want to save as many frames as you possibly can with your movement and amongst other things. And back air auto-canceling does that very, very well. Now that we have the basic moves on what to use and why, let's go into movement strategy. Falco, fantastic vertically. Not so crazy horizontally when he's running. He's about as fast as Donkey Kong, if I'm not mistaken. But when it comes to jumping, he has the highest jump in the game, if I'm not mistaken, and he gets up there very, very quickly, very, very easily. So, what I found was the best is when you're moving on the platforms as opposed to landing on the ground. Stuff like this. See how I'm maneuvering through the platforms? There, I was forced to land, but in an ideal world, when that egg is falling as it was, I would run and sweep the down air to the right platform. But now, of course, I would have to jump down there and break it myself. I don't want to be on the ground because I don't want to waste time jumping higher, because the eggs, as you see, they actually get sent upwards, which means they're going to be traveling away from me. Falco, great vertically, that's true, but if I'm on the side platforms, then I can catch them a lot quicker than if I was on the ground. Even get doubles like that. They're going to shoot into me a lot of the time, and that's what I want with Falco. So stay on the platforms the best you can, and if you find yourself on the ground, leave the ground as soon as possible. Make sure you're jumping in the air. Falco is just better when he's in the air as opposed to running on the ground. Now, with all of that in mind, there's a little bit more of advanced stuff you're going to want to do. Remember when I said it's a game of frames? You're going to want to make your movement work in a way where you're minimizing the amount of frames you're in end lag in. So a great, fantastic way to do that is to actually ledge cancel a lot of moves. I'll put something on the screen, but Falco's down air has about 6, maybe even 9 frames of lag when you L cancel it, and that's a lot of time in Eggs-Ercise. So if you get your ledge cancels and you can mitigate that, you're going to be really good to go. A couple of common setups for ledge canceling in this game is you'll ledge cancel a move while you hit an egg, and then another egg will spawn and jump up here or something like that. And so you'll do ledge cancel into an immediate jump back air, and then you'll fast fall, auto cancel. Happens all the time. You'll see it eventually. Additionally, you'll get something and a ledge cancel on the right side, and then an egg will spawn on the left side. But you don't really want to land on the ground, so you can do a quick wave land after you ledge cancel. It's a little bit tricky, and you're going to want to have to practice that. I'm not perfect at it, but I don't like being on the ground, and so ideally that's what I want to do. Ledge cancels are going to save you a ton of frames. Go for it when you can. And maybe the last thing about the strategy that I want to go over is making sure that you throw out your moves in a way where you hit them as late as possible. What do I mean by that? I mean throwing them out, not here and landing, not like there and landing, but boom, right there. And you want to make sure that your move breaks eggs for as long as possible. So throwing them out quickly and just waiting as you hover and fall is not going to be good. You're going to lose a lot of doubles that you maybe could have gotten. So throw them out a little bit more precisely. This leads into a second thing, which is also incredibly important, and that is making sure you hit your fast falls and making sure you hit your L cancels. Why does this sound difficult? You probably practice L canceling and fast falling. Your shuffles are probably good, but if you hit a double, it messes up the timing. You know how people suck versus ice climbers because they hit both and then they miss their L cancel and grab for free and then wonder why they lose? It's because they're not used to hitting a second entity. Eggs-Ercise, that happens all the time. If you throw out your move as late as possible, you're probably already close to a position where you can fast fall. Sometimes it doesn't work that way, and that's fine. However, did you see that? I timed my move where I got my fast fall and my move out pretty much the same time. You can buffer your fast fall, or there's a 4-frame buffer window. Quote me if I'm wrong on that. I'm fairly certain I'm correct. And so if you can kind of get that within that window, then it doesn't really matter about the eggs that come afterwards because you're already fast falling. Just optimizing small ways there, that's a little bit more advanced. But I believe that the average Melee player, at least at this point in time in 2023, watching this video, can implement those things even better than I can. So that's the last big thing I want to go over when it comes to Eggs-Ercise. And that's pretty much the guide. If you enjoyed this and you're going to want to play Eggs-Ercise, let me know about what your personal bests are in chat down below. And, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. I go live very often on Twitch, so if you want to watch me do Eggs-Ercise runs, you can catch me there. And other than that, I hope you guys can break the 65, maybe get 70. I hope you guys have a great day.